Goddamn.
Good morning, Mr. Thompson. How's it going, man?
Morning, Bernard. How you living?
I'm good, man. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to talk to you this morning, man. I'm a huge fan, so this is a great way to start off my day.
Oh man, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
I appreciate, of course. So let's jump right into this, man. SNL is about to celebrate its 20th anniversary, and you're the longest running cast member on the show. So, what does it mean to you personally to hold that title as being on being one of the cast members of the iconic show?
I mean, it's incredible. I think it's an awesome thing that a black man is the longest running thing. I think it's an awesome thing. A guy from Atlanta is the longest running. Like all kind of things, I think is very cool about that. But the coolest thing is that I get to do the job, and I get to be
Mm,
around so many talented people and, are now part of a family of so many talented people. And I guess my blood, sweat, and tears is being recognized, you know what I mean? And that feels great.
absolutely, man. Absolutely. Um, you have done so many sketches. Personally, my favorites was like either LeVar Ball, and that's one of my favorites. So,
Okay.
do you have like a personal favorite like character you like to get into every now and then, or you look forward to doing, or is there a character you haven't done yet you want to do?
I mean, I'm sure there's a character that I haven't nailed down yet that I would really love to figure out. There's probably a bunch of them. But yeah, I mean, I don't. It's hard to pick favorites when there's been so many, and
Mhm.
really, I guess like my main favorite thing is when it does go well and it doesn't get
Okay.
cut. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I can kind of ask for. And then if I can get it out without like little mistakes, so the live moment is actually as perfect as it can be, that's the best. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing worse than having an awesome idea and like little things kind of derail it, whether it's a late audio cue or camera cut to a different angle or something weird that just happens, or an edge of the cue card, or what I mean, like a shoulder pops in the frame that's not supposed to be there, like little stuff like that. It's always like, damn, we were so close to like getting it perfect and there's no second chance at it. So when we do get a chance to like run it through smoothly, like when Black Jeopardy, like with Chadwick, I always go back to that week because Black Panther was having such a moment in time, you know what I mean? And we
Yeah.
had the actual guy playing his actual character in our sketch, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, we can't drop the ball on this. And it was tough. Like we didn't have it all the way nailed down until like the last kind of minute. And then, the live version was the best version. And that's always the ultimate.
Awesome. I was always curious, how hard is it though to do those sketches and like stay in character? Because I know it's really funny while y'all doing this. How hard is that actually?
It's really hard, like, because I don't want to feel like I'm at work all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to enjoy like what's happening. I don't want to be the only person in the room that's not allowed to laugh. Like that sucks. But I do have a job to do. So, I'll smirk it out and try not to like fully lose it and, try to keep it going. But yeah, I have a front row seat to like the funniest people kind of walking. So it's just more so for me, I'm a fan of, people's God-given talents and blessings and abilities and things like that. And I kind of watch more so in awe than, oh my God, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Because at this point, I've heard a lot of jokes. But performance-wise, man, like anybody's performance on something can kind of send you spiraling a little bit. So you got to be on your toes.
Gotcha. Now, recently you received your a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. What were the emotions going through you on that day, on that big day for you?
Yeah, it was heavy, man. I had my babies out there with me, mom, dad, bro, sis, like, the whole fam was like, surrounding me with love. And that's always like a very, you know, verklempt kind of moment, if you will. um, just trying to avoid that knot in your throat and be able to speak your words. Like it was just nice to see all these different kind of walks of life come together for that moment. Like people that I've known from over here, people that I've known from over there, and they all get to come around and meet each other and talk to each other. And just watching those roads kind of crisscross like that was crazy. It was very, very cool because there was people that I've known for, 30 years, 40 years. You know, I'm only 44, but you know, people that I've known all my life. And then there's people that I've, you know, recently met in the last couple of years, and they're all together like at one function, you know, because of me. Like, yeah, it was cool to witness, but it was, you know, highly emotional at the same time.
44? Can't tell, man. Can't tell at all.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Wow,
You
man.
sure?
Man, you can't tell, man. I'm 39, you know, so
Yeah.
you know, we age well.
You ain't cracking. You ain't cracking no time soon. That's right.
Now, as a fan, I have to ask this question. You know, you've been a part of my childhood for years, you know, with all that Kenan Kel, Good Burger, D2 with the knuckle puck and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So I had to ask if there was an opportunity to bring back a version of the Kenan Kel Show with a fresh spin in it or a limited movie, would you be down to do that? Or like, would you, you know, because then a lot of people don't want to touch old things anymore, but would you be happy? Would you be down to do that?
I mean, I think we're living in a different age now. You know what I'm saying? I think this
Mhm.
is the age of grabbing beloved things and trying to bring them back, you know, and
Mhm.
a lot of the times it's just nice to see those people back in that grouping, you know, like everybody, if they're lucky enough, continues their careers and stuff like that. But when you have the cast of Martin, you know, and the ones that are still here
Mhm.
are able to gather up, it just brings back, it sends you back to that moment in time that you fell in love with it in the first place. And that's, I think it's a nice thing to witness. I mean, that's kind of what the Emmys used to be, you know, or the Oscars
Mm.
was. It was those times where you wouldn't see people that weren't necessarily on TV all the time once again, you know what I'm saying? And that's always very exciting. It's like, oh my God, there is like Marla Gibbs is right there. You know what I'm saying? Like she's still out here kicking and she looks happy. And, you know, it's a nice like window into, you know, a room that, you know, a lot of us are on the outside of, you know what I'm saying? So I think this year I want that peak in to be a big giant party and be a festive and happy atmosphere. Even if
Mm.
it's, you know, devastating for some people, I want them to see it, you know, if there's any kind of positivity to take out of the situation. Like, look where you're at, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have been nominated, like that's a feat in itself and stuff like that.
Mhm. So, and you know, I'm gonna let you go after this question. You touched on the possibility of SNL ending after 50, which is a great number to end it at because the show's been around forever. So, I know this is looking far ahead, but like, what's like life for Kenan after SNL? Is there more movies, more TVs, or more TV sitcoms, or you know, or is it just like you've been working since you were a kid? Is it just you just chilling, enjoying life, like finally really getting to enjoy your life as you know, just doing nothing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm necessarily the kind of person that is fine doing nothing for a long period of time, but
Mm.
I think as long as I'm healthy enough to get up and go to work and perform, I'll probably always do that. I'm pivoting more so into the producing side of things and the ownership side of things and all of that kind of stuff. But um, you know, performance I think will always be something that I know I can do very well without a lot of super duper effort or panic involved. You know what I mean? Like the only effort is kind of like making sure it's brilliant. You know what I mean? And that's not easy to do. Like performing it, like as long as my legs work, I should be fine. I should be fine. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like really what's been like exciting me on a day-to-day basis is building this production company for sure.
Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you today, man. This is an honor for me. This is, you know, you like again, like I said, you've been a part of my childhood for many years, and even into adulthood. I grew with you, and you grew with me. So this was an honor, man. Thank you for talking to
Man,
me
my
today.
pleasure, bro. My pleasure. I appreciate it.